This is the first of what will be many Are You Afraid of the Dark summaries, or AYAOTD. You all remember the show from when you were a kid that was slightly scarier than Goosebumps, but still not very good, about like a group of preteens that meet in the forest and tell each other scary stories, like all preteens do at some point in their lives.
One thing draws us together: the dark.
And in these little segments, I'm going to summarize the plot lines and make fun of them a little bit. There's a weird kind of common theme between all of the Are You Afraid of the Dark episodes, and I've noticed a couple of them. There's usually two protagonists. One of them is usually a little bit prudish, usually weaker, usually a little bit ugly, and have something to prove. And one of them is usually mean and hot. They're better looking, and they're aggressive, but they have some kind of lesson to learn. They have some kind of flaw. There's always at least one reaction that seems to last a little bit too long. There's always at least one genuine scare. There's always some kind of underlying stereotype or some kind of racism.
Sounds like one of those riddles you can't solve.
And there's always some kind of strange character name. Like it's like a reality show. They'll throw in like a Brondy or like a Flagelo or some made up name just to make it memorable and keep it quirky and different.
Denny and Buzz were brothers.
So the first episode that we're going to track is one that you probably don't remember. It's the very first episode of the very first season.
The Tale of the Phantom Cab.
Now the first thing that happens is we meet all of the kids for the first time. There's the leader, there's the rebel, there's the rich idiot, Eric.
Yeah, but can you tell a good story?
There's the jock, David. There's the prude who rides horses, Betty Ann. And there's the slut who doesn't. Her name's Christian.
Oh, I'm scared now.
In this episode, they're introducing a new character. His name is Frank Moore. From the wrong side of the tracks, he's got the cut-off sleeves on his vest, his jean vest.
Who said that?
He's going to tell the story and try and get in with the group, and they're going to vote and see if he can join the Midnight Society. Let's see what you got, Frank Moore.
Maybe you should all just lighten up and let me finish the story.
So this story follows Denny. He's the older brother who wears too much jean, and he likes to hook his thumbs into his pockets.
I did trust you, and you got us lost, cheeseball.
And it also follows Buzz, the lame-wad younger brother with something to prove.
Great lame wad. Now we're lost and we can't read the map. You are such a loser.
I'm not a loser.
And he's really good at riddles, but I don't see that coming up later. So the brothers get lost in the woods, and they get increasingly lost and increasingly worse at acting when they lose the map.
Man, this is whack.
Watch the edge.
Whoa!
Grab my hand.
I can't.
Grab me, you jerk.
So they come across a guy in the woods. His name is Flynn.
Flynn's the name.
Never trust a guy named Flynn. I wouldn't trust that man.
So can you help us get back?
Me?
Yeah, Jew, I don't see anybody else here.
Wait a minute. Did he just call him a Jew? Rewind that.
Me?
Yeah, Jew.
It was pretty close to Jew. Anyways, he leads them to the good doctor, is what he keeps calling him, who apparently lives in a house that is currently on fire. So they're waiting outside the house, and then the bushes start laughing at them. Then Flynn disappears, and the kids eventually go into the house to meet Dr. Vink.
Dr. Fink?
Vink with a v.
Who quite obviously has other plans for them.
Come in, get warm.
I'd be out of the house at this point.
Who wants tea? I do.
There's quirky, and then there's like pedophile quirky, and he's, crossed the line.
I am not a nutbag.
This is one of my favorite lines in the episode, is this.
Dedicated my life to studying flora and fauna.
Who? As though fauna is a common name. So Dr. Vink then explains that he's a natural scientist. I don't know what that is. And shows them a brain.
Still gives off electric impulses.
And this leads to one of the best acting moments by Buzz.
Ew, cool.
I hope there's more of those in these episodes, because those are priceless.
I ask you a riddle, and if you solve it, you can call your parents.
We don't want to do riddles.
Oh God, I hate riddles too. I don't like Denny very much, but I have to agree with him on this one. There's no point to riddles. They're all tricky.
A taxi cab will pick you up.
Man, if they knew the title of this Are You Afraid of the Dark episode that they were in, they would freak out when he told them that there was a cab.
A cab? In the woods?
A phantom cab. And then this happens.
There is one way. You can leave me a specimen.
A specimen?
What kind of specimen?
Something valuable. Something fresh.
Oh.
Something like...
Oh, he's got to be grabbing the video camera for the website.
this!
Eventually they get back into the woods and come across, who knew, a phantom cab, whose contact number is 444-4444, which, well, can't be real.
Flynn! I figured I'd run into you guys again.
Flynn is the cab driver, only now he's dead. So it turns out that Flynn was someone who was drawn to Dr. Vink's cabin as well, and couldn't solve the riddle, and then drove into a tree and died. And now, in a bizarre plot twist, he drives other people who go to Dr. Vink's cabin into the tree as well. So they all die. It's bizarre. And the genuine scare.
Might say, I sort of died!
His head rotates. That's scary. And then they do this weird homage to The Simpsons that's really out of place, where he's like...
I can't think like this.
And finally, Buzz gets the answer to the riddle that Dr. Vink asked.
I know the answer.
What is it?
Well, then say it.
By the naked eye, there's put in a barrel.
Say it. No, if you know the answer, then say it. Just
It's weightless. You can see it.
30 seconds. He said that you have 30 seconds, and you're gonna hit the tree, and you just say it. Just
And if you put it in a barrel, it'll make the barrel lighter.
Say it!
say it, okay? Just say the goddamn answer. Okay? Come on, Buzz. Come on. Say it. Say the answer.
It's a hole. It's a hole in the barrel.
Here we go!
Oh, thank God, the cab disappeared. So they didn't hit the tree, they just kind of fall on the ground. And then have this really gay hug, and then, like, recover from it. I only say that it's a gay hug because of the way that they react to it. They hug each other, and then they're like, ooh, no. But they're brothers. So then it goes back to the kids around the campfire. David, Kiki, Betty Ann, Christian, Eric. Eric, I hate Eric. God damn it. Eric, he's this rich douchebag who just obviously hates everything about everything. He's such an ass. I give it 2 specimens out of 3 specimens. And that is the tale of the Phantom Cab. Ew, cool.